now we are set for our first event on the track today. This is the women's 800 final T33, T34 classification. 2:01:35 is the time we're targeting here. Alexa Halko is the American record holder. She has gone 4 seconds faster than that standard in her career. 1:57:30 for the 20-year-old who was just 16 in Rio. That didn't stop her from winning 3 medals at those Rio Games.
No, she was introduced herself to the world in 2016. And we can see her on screen in that bright pink chair. We won't be able to miss her.
You have called her a diesel engine, so I know you're going to keep your eye on her start. And, you know, she's got someone good to mark herself against on the start. Sophie Munter is a phenomenal sprinter, the world junior champ in the 100 meters. So you expect her to get out hard, and it will be interesting to compare how Halko starts compared to Munter.
And it'll also be interesting, too, because Halko is such a good endurance athlete. She just, once she gets going, she just keeps going. Whereas Munter might be one who's going to try to get out quickly to get on Halko's tail and be able to get a ride, hopefully to a fast time.
There's Lauren Fields, just 15 years old, from Parasport Spokane in lane number 3. Halko next to her out of Williamsburg, Virginia in 4. And then it's Munter in 5 and Ava Houston in 6. So Munter out of Spokane and Parasport Spokane. Houston in 6 out of Omaha, Nebraska, a 2018 Paralympic High School All-American at Westside High School. And her coach, John Preister, said that the best work ethic of any athlete he has coached in 20 years. Oh, you wanted to watch the start for Alexa Halko. How about this? She is flying right after the gun.
She is flying, and the athletes in the 800 stay in their lane for the first 100 meters. And then when they break after that first 100 meters, after the turn, they can go into lane 1. It looks like she is going to go out and run a time trial right now. The start looked good, and she's turning it over right now. I don't think that she will see these other athletes.
And time trial is a great word for kind of what we expect to see throughout the course of these trials. Yes, you want to win the race, but at the end of the day, you don't want to win a tactical slow race. The time is what matters against the standards, so she's trying to beat that 2:01:35 mark, and she has at least 15 meters over Ava Houston at this point.
And I think that that's probably going to open up as she continues. She's in the final home stretch here for the first 400 meters. She'll get the bell at the end of the first 400 here.
About 64 seconds over the opening 400. You expect a negative split, especially for Halko, who is really good at holding her speed once she gets to top speed.
Right, so a negative split meaning that she will go faster in the second 400 than she went in the first 400. She doesn't start as well. Wheelchairs don't start as well as runners, and so we will hope that she will get exactly that, a negative split, and she needs to run around 57 for this second 400 in order to get in.
Halko is part of the famed and prestigious University of Illinois program, coached by Adam Blakeney, and we will see a lot of Illinois representation throughout the course of the day, including coming up in the men's and women's T54 events that we will see later on today.
And so Adam's a tremendous tactician, and he will have helped her with this race and preparing for this race as well. So as we get her into the finals here, final little few pushes.
Here it comes, 2:08.9. So the standard is come and gone, a 2:08.9 for Halko in her first race of a handful throughout the course of this competition, and just her first chance to make this Paralympic team. Houston was second in 2:15.26. Lauren Fields and Sophie Munter finishing now with Fields ahead of Munter.
And one of the things that we're looking for with these wheelchair athletes, they get out here, and I'm sure they've been out and they've been setting their compensators, and they're looking to see, is it a fast track? That's always the question. There's a little bit of wind that's been coming up, which can be affecting it. Is the track hard? And we will see, this is the first race that we've seen, so we're seeing Alexa in the start. And it looks like her start is strong right now. She's really got to go to that acceleration part of it. So you get out of the hole, and then there's the acceleration, getting up to speed. This is her in the last few meters. trying to just gut it out. That 800 meters, it's a tough race. It really is. It's a painful race, and especially the last 200 meters of that.
Yeah, you're basically sprinting a half a mile. Do not recommend to try that at home without proper training.
No, not at all. And it's hard to do it on your own. It's hard to be completely on your own, running against the clock. But that's what everybody's doing here, Bill. Everybody is running against the clock or running against the tape measure in these trials.
So 2:08.76, 7 seconds shy of that standard. That's another one that feels like you may have to sweat it out until the team is announced later on in the week.